Have you ever felt like your biggest obstacle isn't your job or your circumstances or even other people? It's you. You finally have an opportunity and you hesitate. You start making progress, then suddenly stop. Things begin going well, and somehow you find a way to pull yourself backwards. It's frustrating because deep down you want a better life. So, why do we sometimes become the very thing standing in our own way? I've been thinking about that, and I don't think most self sabotage looks dramatic. It doesn't usually look like making huge mistakes, it looks much quieter. You overthink until the opportunity disappears. You wait until you feel ready. You keep changing your plan instead of following one. You convince yourself you'll start next week. You tell yourself it's not the right time. And before you know it, another month has gone by. The strange part is we rarely call it self sabotage. We call it being careful, being realistic, waiting for clarity. But sometimes those are just nicer names for fear. Fear has a way of sounding logical. It tells you, do a little more research, wait until you're more confident. Maybe someone else could do it better. It sounds responsible, which is why it's so easy to believe. Here's something I've noticed. Most people don't fear failure as much as they think. They fear what failure might say about them. If I fail, maybe I'm not good enough. So they avoid trying altogether. Because if you never fully try, you never have to fully find out. For a moment, that feels safer. But over time, it becomes a prison. Then there's another kind of self sabotage, the kind that comes after success. Have you ever achieved something you worked hard for, only to immediately tell yourself, it wasn't that impressive? I just got lucky. I probably can't do it again. Instead of celebrating, you minimize it, as if accepting your own success somehow feels uncomfortable. Maybe that's because many of us have spent years believing we're not enough. So when life starts proving otherwise, our old beliefs fight back. They whisper, this isn't really you. And if you're not careful, you start believing them. The truth is, your habits will always follow the story you tell yourself. If you believe you're someone who never finishes things, you'll find reasons to quit. If you believe you're someone who's always behind, you'll keep acting like you're already losing. Because our actions often protect our identity, even when that identity hurts us. Maybe that's why change feels so difficult. It's not just changing what you do, it's changing what you believe is possible for yourself. And that takes time. I've realized something. Self sabotage isn't always a lack of discipline. Sometimes it's a lack of self belief. You don't destroy your progress because you enjoy suffering. You destroy it because a part of you struggles to believe you deserve what's on the other side. But here's the good news, that voice in your head isn't the truth. It's just a story you've repeated for a long time. And stories can change, not overnight, but one decision at a time. The next time you catch yourself delaying, making excuses, or talking yourself out of something, pause for a moment and ask yourself one question. Am I protecting myself or am I protecting my fear? Because those are two very different things. Maybe you've spent years waiting for proof that you're capable. Maybe it's time to stop waiting. Maybe the proof comes after you take the step, not before. If this episode resonated with you, follow the Voice of Becoming on Spotify and join me next Monday at 9 p.m. IST for another conversation about becoming the person you've always known you could be. Until then, don't let fear write the story of your life. Write it yourself.